So after the basically the slap, the assault and battery from Will Smith on Chris Rock. Now whether it's was real, was staged, or anything else, what it is kind of doing is kind of sorting out some of the people in Hollywood. I think. I mean, we've seen a lot of them go a little bit nuts, and I mean the worst I think is Ron Perlman. Man, that guy is off his rocker. Holy crap. Don't go follow his Twitter unless you want some bad language and some crazy comments. But whew. But I found an article about different reactions, and we're going to go through that. Here we go. Okay, so here we are. This is an article on Fox News, so take that for what it is. On that political side of everything. But down here, Michael Bay does some comments. But down here, let's get to some of the other actors and actresses here. Jane Hubert. There's only so much one can take. Sometimes you have to slap back. I'm like, okay. Actually, no. You should be able to take any number of words. And other than physical violence against you, you should not have to do anything violent back to anybody. That's the whole self-defense law, right? Here's the greatest one. Alec Baldwin, who didn't pull the trigger. I'm not reading much about how or even if the producers attended to Chris. The embattled actor tweeted to and posted to Instagram, but love you, Chris Rock, and I'm sorry the Oscars turned into the Jerry Springer Show. Well, maybe that would get more ratings, get more people. I'm saying a WWE SmackDown for the awards. You put the award in the middle, and it's like a rugby brawl. Just everybody go after it, and fight over it and see who comes out with it wins. I'm just saying it would be much more entertaining. Cardi B, at your high. Well, this is actually comment from Denzel Washington. At your highest moment, be careful. That's when the devil tries to come for you. I really don't know what religious affiliations or anything that Will Smith has. So I think that's probably falling on deaf ears. I mean, he can repeat it as a platitude, but when you let your wife, sleep around on you and approve of that, I don't think you're very much in the religious camp. So that's all garbage and platitude as far as I can see. Tim Allen from The Last Man Standing, actor, stand-up comedian, was none too pleased with Smith's actions and made his point on Twitter, writing, "It's not okay to come up on stage and hit a dude because you don't like the humor. It's not okay at a comedy club, concert hall, or hosting some cheeseball award show." Chris Rock is a stand-up comedian and a stand-up guy who carried on. I think I would have run. There we go. That's Tim Allen. He's a little bit more on the conservative side of things, I think, and we know he does believe in God. So that's that's his view, of course. Jaden Smith, of course, is going to back his parents. Jamila Jamil, The Good Place. Alum tweeted, Will Smith said not today, and posted a Malcolm X quote. A man big enough to absolutely floor him slapped him softly enough that Chris barely moved because he made fun of his wife's alopecia on stage. Don't say protect black women for 2 years and then only condemn Will here. There's still no information as to whether or not Chris Rock knew that she had alopecia. It was very quiet, very close to the chest. So maybe he didn't know. So maybe a better thing to do would be to come up on stage, take him aside, and say she has this disease, and it's taking all the hair away. And we appreciate if you wouldn't make comments about it, and then walk back down. That probably would have been a much better way to do it. Rosie O'Donnell, oh lovely. So upsetting on every level. Bravo to Chris Rock for not eviscerating with Will Smith, which he could do any day of the week. He walked away bravo from the sad display of toxic masculinity from a narcissistic madman. That seems to be a lot of the consensus on many of these things. Love Chris Rock from Nicki Minaj. I don't think it would have made the joke if he had known what Jada recently shared. But between him and the whole team, you know, not to, I don't know, whatever. So she's kind of on that side. Who else have we got down here? Kathy Griffin. She's going to be, let me tell you something. It's a very bad practice to walk up on stage and physically assault a comedian. Yes, they're going to be very, standoffish, I think. A bunch of different ones. Let's see that's about it. They get down to Tiffany Haddish. And a lot of these are because, of course, being Fox News, kind of on the Chris Rock side. There are obviously more and the same number on the other side. But one thing that I saw, which was here, right here, this right here. This was Jim Carrey, who's been known to be a little bit crazy, a little over the top sometimes in his artwork and some different things. He's been very, I think he had a really bad mental break for a while. And it was good to see him back in the Sonic movie. And hopefully, he'll be just as good in the next Sonic movie, getting back to his roots, getting back to his comedy roots and stuff. But here, this is, if we just watch this really quick, it's just a little bit of what he said kind of puts it all home here.
I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. And it really felt like, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
I asked Chris, do you want to file charges? And Chris apparently said no, he did not.
He doesn't want the hassle. I'd have announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous.
So there we go. That's, Jim Carrey, kind of a common sense thing. Like he's suddenly, got his mind back. He's thinking clearly and all that. I mean, just, that Hollywood is spineless, and you're seeing all these people come out and do that. Of course, they all stood and cheered for, Harvey Weinstein, and probably still do to this day, so their integrity is just not there what it was, maybe years ago. And I think that's part of the amazing thing about social media is we get some direct, input into the thoughts of some of these people in Hollywood. And it gets to the point where it's like, just shut up and act. Just don't even bother with your thoughts, your opinions. I mean, it really is kind of over, I think now with a lot of the Hollywood types, and especially with now, the economy telling you to go buy an electric vehicle because, because then you can afford, you don't need to afford gas because you have an electric vehicle. Like everybody can go out and drop $60,000 on an electric vehicle. Yes. Oh, thank you so much for scolding me for having a gas powered car because, I bought it used and had to save money, just in order to be able to get back and forth to the grocery store. Yeah, you lecturing me that is just not, not at all anything that anyone wants to hear and doesn't go anywhere to your integrity at all. So there you go. But Jim Carrey, just hopefully he's going to be good in the Sonic 2 movie. We really enjoyed the first one. But just, all these actors and stuff, just, they're going to fall on both sides. I mean, I guess the closer you are to Will Smith, probably the more you're going to side with him. And whether the slap was fake or staged or real or just light, he's just trying to save face with his wife, which saving face with your wife who you let sleep around with other people there's a concept I can't even begin to understand. So it's crazy Hollywood, and like I said, I think it's really about time for them just to shut up and entertain us. I think that's kind of really what COVID taught us, that the whole pandemic has taught us, that you're there just to entertain and do that and get that done. And we'll go to the movies, when you want to entertain us. You want to continue to make complete woke identity politic movies and things like that. We're not going to go see those. We don't want to go see those. We're done with that. So not that any of us really ever started going to those. I mean, once we find out that they're, have some odd idealistic message, then, typically box offices drop off and the word gets out and people don't go and see them. And stuff. So it's, movies like Sonic, movies like Spider-Man. I mean, they were amazing movies and fun and no message and all that, just entertained, right? Let's get them back to that. Maybe it'll help. I don't think it'll help their award shows. Maybe, like I said, you put the little statue, the Oscar in the middle, put everybody in the corner and blow a whistle, and whoever attacks it and gets to it first and come up with it, they win. I think that's a good way to go. All right. Thanks for watching. Take care.